So here are the two functions or systems of the heart. The right side, or the pulmonary system, over here, okay, sends the deoxygenated blood that comes in from the body by way of the vena cava, largest vein in the body, to the right atrium, right here, to the right ventricle, here, okay, through the tricuspid valve, okay, right around here, this area. All right, the right ventricle ejects the blood into the pulmonary arteries, which is here and here, to go to the lung to become oxygenated blood, which returns to the heart to be pumped out into the body by way of the left side of the heart. So it comes through here, which is going to be the inferior vena cava. I keep saying cava, but it's vena cava. The superior vena cava into the atrium, the right atrium, through the right AV, which is the tricuspid valve, into the right ventricle. Then it goes up through, okay, the pulmonary valve, out through the pulmonary arteries, okay. Now, the left side, right here, this is the left, which is going to have the oxygenated blood. The left side, or the systemic circulatory side of the heart, receives oxygenated blood by way of the pulmonary veins from the lungs into the left atrium, through the mitral valve, which is the left AV, okay, the upper chamber of the left side of the heart. The atrium, okay, pumps the blood into the left ventricle through the valve, which I just explained. All right, goes up to the aortic valve. This is the aortic valve. Goes up into the aortic arch, and then it goes down and out the backside, down here, well, the backside of the diagram, goes down to the rest of the body. So let me just read the rest of that. The atrium pumps the blood into the left ventricle through the mitral valve. Okay. The powerful left ventricle contracts, it pumps the oxygenated blood through the aortic valve into the aorta right here, or you can call it the aortic arch, okay, which pumps it out into the systemic circulation. All pressure is generated from the heart as a result of the ventricular contraction. So these here, these ventricles, these are like the big muscles in the heart. And these are what contract, they squeeze and pump the blood through the tissue. It's muscle. It squeezes it like a sponge out into the veins. So like if you had a sponge in a plastic baggie with some water in it, and then you had connected some tubes or a tube to the plastic bag, and you squeeze the bag, it's going to push the fluid out of the tubes. You may have noticed two areas above where it sounded backwards. The pulmonary artery does carry deoxygenated blood. these here. It's labeled, it's colored blue, so you can see this is deoxygenated blood. And these are the arteries here. Pulmonary arteries. So these carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs to then become oxygenated, and they come back up to the heart, which get pumped out and into the rest of the body. So the pulmonary artery does carry deoxygenated blood, and the pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. But it's the only place in the body where they do the opposite what is usual for a vein and an artery.